Last June, a team from the CITiZAN project found the timber ribs of a ship sticking from the sands along the East Sussex coast. It could be the Conato, an English clipper that ran aground in 1876 loaded with cargo. The team are looking for the clues to identify her.
We know she's a composite build, which means primarily iron framing with timber planking over the top. And we have the iron ribs of the ship down on that side. We've got these very large wooden timbers here, so it looks very much like the ship's at an angle like this, and this is the very base down here.
Exploring the coast means racing against the tides.
We get, depending on the tide, at least 2.5, maybe 3 hours down on site, so we have to be pretty precise and pretty quick.
Over at Isleworth on the Thames estuary, there's another find. Also a boat with a colourful past, defending Britain from German submarines in World War I.
This is all that's left of a sub chaser. So I don't think you would chase many subs now.
This was a chance find by a naval historian researching World War I shipping and working on a hunch.
He looked on Google Earth, this is true, and he saw this shape through the gap in the trees, and therefore said, "Here guys, why don't you go and have a look at that?"
Further research shows this was a motor launch, one of 500 that patrolled the coastline in search of German subs during World War I. But her role in defending these shores didn't end there.
This one also had a later life going over to Dunkirk as one of the little ships. But of the 500 plus there were, we now only know of about 2. This one, she obviously hasn't long for this world.
Now the team are working as quickly as possible to record everything they can about the heroic vessel.
We've got a week to get this cleaned up as best we can and then try and record it before she finally falls apart forever.
The team are working hard to empty the wrecked sub-chaser of decades of silt and mud.
I don't know if you can see down there, that metal rod there looks to be one of the prop shafts. It had 2 engines, and we've just uncovered here a spark plug. Not sure it'll start.
The team carefully document the wreck to preserve her story for future generations.
We're starting to learn a little bit more about this vessel and her history, so I'm fairly happy with what we've done. So whenever she finally falls apart completely, we at least know she was here and what she looked like.
There's more success down off East Sussex, where the team has found a tiny but important clue.
It looks like there's a little bit of felt attached underneath the timber, which is quite exciting. In the Lloyd's Register entry for 1874-75 for Conato, it says F and YM 74, which means felt and yellow metal 1874, which was a modification they'd probably made to the boat at that time. So yeah, another piece in the jigsaw of the wreck, which is nice.
It's proof this wreck is indeed the Conato, a clipper that carried a cargo of wool and copper from Australia, only to run aground fully loaded. The find comes just in time.
We finished for today. The tide waits for no man, it's not waiting for us, so we have to get a move on.
A doomed Victorian clipper and a boat which fought in 2 world wars. Remarkable finds which show the wealth of history uncovered by the CITiZAN team on Britain's coast.